Boom. We live? I think we live, boys. I think we live. I'm late to the party. And as you can probably hear in my voice, recovering from a great ailment. But we're here now, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. All right, let me get back over here. Not much offense going on. It's been a defensive struggle up to this point. What's going on, Vic? What's going on, Vic? Hope you're doing all right. Oh, we got a fumble tuck rule bullshit going on. Yoda, I saw your coach popping Pop-Tarts. Well, here's the thing, dude. Pop-Tarts are fucking fantastic. So, I don't know what to tell you. If I were to have a nice, warm, just out of the toaster Pop-Tart, you'd eat it. You'd eat it. And no one could judge you for that. Oh, yeah, surprise stream. Well, again, if you can hear from my voice, I've been trying to get well enough to where I felt like I could come on here and not just, and be somewhat entertaining. And as a matter of fact, I fell asleep last night during the Alabama-Oklahoma game. So I woke up to find out who won that. All right, run right off tackle here for Miami. Damn, pick up about 9 yards there. 4 minutes to go in the first. Yeah, it was one of those where, like, I didn't wake up, I came to. Like, you ever had one of those where you wake up and you have to, like, remember a lot of different facts about your life? That's kind of how it was for me. Good morning, Zona. There's a bug going around. I know lots of folks sick. Yeah. I mean, well, it's like this every winter, right? All right, Miami rolling a little bit. Another run. One broke tackle. People flying all over the place. Was it going to be second and 6? My whole house is getting over it finally. It's been nasty around here since Tuesday. Well, I have a daughter, so there was no way I wasn't gonna, get completely screwed with it. They're in New York right now. Maybe they'll see Clemson in the Pinstripe Bowl. Oh, running back, wide receiver pass, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Miami's lucky that was just an incompletion. It's going to be 3rd and 7. They have, what is that guy's name? Is it Malachi, Tony? He's a phenom. They do like a jet sweep with him. And it's so obvious every time. Anytime you do a jet sweep or a running back, you hand off to a running back and they go completely lateral or backwards to the line of scrimmage, you know they're about to throw the ball immediately. Yeah. It was well covered by A&M. Again, they're lucky that was just an incompletion. All right. See what old Beck can do here. Back to throw. No. We got a false start. Of course we do. Or is it a timeout? Yeah, it's going to be a timeout, Miami. Miami now, 1 timeout left in the half. We haven't even gotten to the second quarter yet. A&M has all 3. My kids brought home the sickness, and we all got it now. Yeah, dude. Kids, can we just call it what it is? Kids can kind of be a disaster, an absolute disaster. I feel like my mic is super, super hot. Let me pull that back a little bit. Also, if you don't like The Nightmare Before Christmas, you're an asshole. You can leave. I tell you what I've been getting into lately. Well, I can't even say lately. A guilty pleasure of mine, and I know it's completely staged, and I know it's completely fake, is Bar Rescue. Is it John Tapper or whoever that Fred Flintstone looking son of a bitch is, where every single episode is exactly the same. And my favorite bit that he does is he'll come in, obviously everything's a mess, and he'll be like, "You knew that was dirty, didn't you?" They'll be like, "Yeah." "And what does that make you?" "An asshole." Every episode he does this, and I love it. I think it's hilarious every single time. And what does that make you?" "An asshole." "That's right." "Well, you're an asshole too." "I'm an asshole with success." So if you haven't seen Bar Rescue, obviously it's fake, but so is pro wrestling, and I enjoy that from time to time. Yeah, it's just, I want to do that in my life. Like, if you're talking to someone at work, "You knew you left the refrigerator open, didn't you?" No. "And the fact that you didn't know that makes you an asshole." Just all paths. It's like, you want check this out. It's like how every geodesic in space-time if you trace it out, leads to the Big Bang. Every conversation now must lead to someone being an asshole. So we tied in some, pretty high-level physics to Bar Rescue, and that's why you come onto the channel. Can't believe we talked about it on the ACC show the other night. I'm not an ACC homer at all. I'm just since, Georgia Tech, we have the Pop-Tarts Bowl, but as far as the playoffs, we're not in it. I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm for the funniest outcomes. And honestly, Miami winning the national title would be the funniest outcome because fuck Notre Dame. They suck. They're a bunch of crybabies. And it's not looking good now, 3rd and 6. Another screen pass, tackled for a loss. It's going to be 4th down. Miami took a timeout. Miami called a timeout to damn call that. What are you doing? Screens are tough to run against a defense that has the kind of speed and talent that A&M does. That is true. WreckTalk bylaw, someone needs to be an asshole by the end of the stream. Right now, it's Dawson, the OC for Miami's an asshole for calling that after a timeout. So punts away. Faircott fumbled, but recovered by A&M. Almost a disaster. Almost a disaster. Wow. Wow. Are we into the second quarter, by the way? You guys know that I can't keep up with this stuff. I want to say we are. Maybe we're not. Special teams are 2022 Georgia Tech level. No, we're still in the first. I know what the hell I'm doing. All right, so A&M's going to come out scoreless in the first quarter thus far. Defensive battle. Run up the middle. Pretty good yards, though. Pick up about 4. Bump, bump. Molly McGrath reporting. I have a question. Never mind, we're not going there. Maybe we'll go there later when I care less. Good morning, all of you bums. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Just remember, Jesus is the reason for the season. Oh, steps up in the pocket. Marcel Reed breaks contain. Pick up a first down, A&M. Appreciate it, Mr. Burns. Let's see here. Now, I do know Slim was telling me, because obviously I haven't watched a ton of Miami this year. Handoff off tackle, not going nowhere. But Slim was telling me that Miami is really good at with mobile quarterbacks. I think they face like 4 or 5 mobile quarterbacks. They've given up less than 100 yards of rushing to all of them. So it's kind of impressive. It's kind of impressive. I feel like my layout is jacked up right now. Also, I don't think my Streamlabs is working. We'll have to fix that at some point. They need to add the Pop-Tart Bowl helmet to NCAA 26. Yeah. No, it is. It is working. Never mind. There just aren't many people in here, so the chat isn't as lively. Miami probably has the most talent, but the handicap is Mario. We'll see how Mario handles things here. 3rd and 12 in a hurry for Miami, or for A&M. See what they dial up here. Need to get to the 37. Flushed out of the pocket, dumps it off to the tight end. They're not even going to come close to getting the first down. They'll have to punt. And that'll end the first quarter. That'll end the first quarter, boys. So, after 1 quarter of play, it is still 0-0. I guess they're thinking of me where I don't have to update the score. I appreciate A&M and Miami doing that for me. Yeah, I appreciate them doing that for me. What in the world, dude? Who's Santa bringing to Rex house this year? Or what Santa? I don't know why I read that as who. That would be pretty cool. Santa, I would like a prostitute for Christmas, and then he just brings you one. Go Canes, I guess, can't root for the Yell leaders. Yeah, I know Lou and Pete have, I didn't realize they did that. But it is cult-like weird. You know, this little male cheerleader crossed with military. I mean, can you think of a weirder combination? I'll be honest with you. My aversion to cheering for Miami is outweighed by my hatred for Notre Dame. And like they are something else. Oh, here's I was talking with C-Dog about this memorandum of understanding. I talked to someone who knows more about this stuff than me. And evidently that is like a legal thing. It does bear a little bit of legal weight, but no one knows what's written. I don't know who all agreed to that. And my intuition says that, if that is to be enforced, you're going to have more litigation that falls out because of it. If my question is, if Miami is supposed to get this auto bid, if they're a top 12 team, why was that just not in the playoff format? Why did it have to go to this other, into the either of legalese memorandum of understanding? Seems like bullshit to me, but I don't know. I want Miami to win. What else do I want? What else would be hilarious? Ole Miss beating Tulane and then Georgia, because then Ole Miss would have lost to Georgia with Lane, but then they would have beat Georgia without Lane, which I think would be a hilarious outcome. Are you going to the Georgia Tech bowl game? I am not. And I said I was going to do a live show in the Discord. I didn't end up doing it because I wasn't well enough. But King, the guy King Season, if you've seen him on Twitter or in the chat, he has 2 tickets. If he still has them, he's willing to give away. And there's a guy that emailed me that has 1 ticket that he can't use. So if anyone wants one, you're welcome to them. We've got 3 that can be grabbed. 1's just a one-off. 2 are together. But I'm not going, no. I mean, it's a pretty tough thing. Like, if you have a family, going to a bowl game the weekend after Christmas is tough, right? Or it is for me. It is for me. All right. We're in the second quarter. Still tied 0-0. Miami here with a handoff. And they'll get decent yards out of that. They're going to get about 4 yards out of that. Looky there. Do you think we have a good chance at beating BYU? No, I don't. I don't think we have a good chance of beating BYU because your entire offensive staff is gone, except for Chris Winkie. So you're going to have a guy who hasn't called plays since in Winkie, who I love Winkie. I'm just saying that BYU doesn't have the distractions right now that Georgia Tech has. Back to throw. Beck throws deep downfield. Has a man open, but he overthrew him. Had a man open, but he overthrew him. You think Winkie will get the OC job? I don't know, man. If I had to guess, right now, I'd say no. But it is taking a while, and I have seen people, in comment sections, et cetera, say, well, take your time. What's the rush? Well, the rush is the portal period opens up the 2nd, and you need to have your OC in to get guys in. All right, back to throw for Beck. Steps up, sack, ball's out. I think Miami got on it, though. Strip sack. Miami does recover, though. Almost a disaster now for both teams. What's your opinion on Tech's OC opening? Is it Winkie's job if he has a positive game next week? I don't think, to me, that wouldn't factor in near as much as other things, just because it would be hard to judge how good of an OC you think Winkie is or can be based off one bowl game where you have opt-outs and he doesn't. Oh, my God. Did he fair catch that or no? He got lit up. I guess he didn't fair catch that. It's a short punt, went to get it, and he got absolutely lit up. He got beat down. Clean hit, too. Perfect hit. If I were going to hire Winkie, it would be because of everything I've seen him do as a quarterback's coach, and everything he's done on staff in the time I've known him, in the years that I've known him. It wouldn't be because of what he does in the Pop-Tart Bowl, if that makes sense. Doesn't look like Kelly's going to happen. I've seen Decker and Dennis, and admittedly, I don't know a lot about all these guys. Play action here for A&M. Deep ball, got a man wide open, caught. It popped out of bounds, but if that is a catch, it's going to be A&M ball on the 10. Dang. I don't think Kelly would do too good for Tech. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't really know where that comes from. Decker got hired by Memphis. Okay. Handoff here for A&M. So, yeah, it is a catch. Get about a yard. Who's the guy for Old Dominion? I need to go look more into this. I've seen a lot of people like the guy from Old Dominion because their quarterback would most likely come with them. And then I'm like, well, I don't want to hire an OC because of who you're going to get in the portal off of his old team. All right, 2nd and 9 for A&M here. Back to throw. Reed steps up. Takes off. Still looking. Throws incomplete. Okay, Decker's there. And he got hired by Memphis. Okay. Dennis is a guy for UNLV then, right? I mean, honestly, the longer this takes, it does kind of point to Winky, though, doesn't it? It does kind of point to Winky. Third and 9 here. Back to throw. Complete, but it's not going to be a first. You take the points here if you're A&M. You kick the field goal if you're Texas A&M. Whoever is hired, I believe Key will announce shortly after the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Well, God, I hope so. If he doesn't, then that's a problem, and a big one. Yeah, they are going to kick the field goal here. See what we got. It's just a chip shot. Blocked. It's blocked. Oh, my God. It's blocked. Are you kidding me? Chip shot, field goal blocked. So we will still be 0-0. What happened? Yeah, that kick was pretty low for such a chip shot, wasn't it? All right. We'll see. We'll see if someone can put some points up on the board here. I mean, who's on the board for us now? This Dennis guy, Winky. Who else? Yeah, they're looking out for me. I don't have to update the scoreboard. I sound terrible. I don't feel that great either. I feel this is the best I've felt in the past, I don't know, week or so. This is what happens when you have kids, though. This is what happens. Can't stay well. So we've got JMU Oregon today. Or the other two games we got? JMU Oregon and Tulane Ole Miss. Yeah, my body health is synced with the health of our football team. Hold on a second. Can't be holding you tonight. What else has been going on with the old tech program? Norval McKenzie to Virginia Tech is interesting to me because I wasn't all that impressed with Norval McKenzie here. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm not all that heartbroken he left. Yeah, the sprinkles on the helmets, I guess that's cool. You guys know how I feel about that kind of shit. Do you think if we beat Pitt and won the ACC championship that Philo would have stayed? Well, that depends on if you think Buster would have still stayed, which I don't, so no. I don't think it had. Philo staying or leaving had to do with Buster staying or leaving. Yeah, $20 million donated by two families is huge, though. That's kind of stuff you need. So I guess if there's a silver lining in it, maybe it's that it led to that. All right, big run here by Miami, still on his feet. Damn, they get about, 20 yards out of that. Little 20-yard run by Miami after the block kick. Something tells me that was on the kicker, though. Odds we keep Canyon. I was texting with someone about that. I'd say little dump off pass here goes nowhere for Miami. I'd say 20% chance Canyon stays, 80% chance Canyon leaves. That's what I think. I don't have anything to base that on beyond what any of y'all know, but there's a lot of people that are leaving Tech that it obviously money isn't the only factor, which makes you think, why is that? What's going on with that? Another run up the middle here for about 3. Yeah, I don't think the odds of keeping Canyon are great, in other words. Did you see Joe Hamilton's son is a great quarterback and he is a senior in high school? He plays the exact same as his dad used to. Tech needs to check him out. He's a 4.0 student as well. What's his star rating? What offers does he have? I'm assuming it's not great. Auburn has 19 players in the portal. How many players does Colorado have in the portal? Miami's going to have to take a timeout here. It'll take too long to get the playoff. It's 3rd and 8. No, they're taking the flag. Chris Ball didn't take the timeout. Hell, Carson Beck just looked away and started walking toward the sideline like they had the timeout called. Yeah, Colorado is about to completely implode. And just like the Big Short, I was early, but I was not wrong about Colorado. 3rd and 13 for Miami. Back to throw for Beck. Steps up, pump fakes, dumps it off to the tight end. Not even close. Not even close. Yep, this is the anti-offense game. Like, doesn't Colorado not have a single, is it defensive lineman returning? Like, every single defensive lineman on their roster, gone. I'm pretty sure their OC just accepted a job to go to Nevada. All right, punts away for Miami. Fair caught by A&M on the 27, it looks like, maybe 26. think we need some Mucinex, boys. That's what I think we need. Even though I know that all that's a bunch of bullshit and doesn't do anything. Okay, so Hamilton's 12th in Georgia. Have we offered this kid? Maybe not, since we took this Cole kid. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Oh, man. Where's the Mucinex? Because I need it. That does not taste good. Does not taste good. I don't know what all that is. I was thinking about injecting myself with silver solution. Maybe that'll help. Will we see a score anytime soon? Would be cool to have Hamilton's son, I guess. Would be cool. All right, and we're back. Want to talk football with a friend? Just ask Siri. I don't want to talk football with Siri. The hell does Siri know? Ask Siri if Notre Dame should have been in the playoffs this year. Miscues. Marcel Reed lost fumble. Concepcion muffed punt. All right. First and 10 here from their own 26 for A&M. Handoff. Nothing going. They get maybe a yard out of that. If that, barely get back to the line of scrimmage. I don't necessarily think this means that these offenses are that bad. I think that these defenses are really good. My AI said that Notre Dame did not deserve to be in the college football playoffs and is lucky they gave them an advantage for next year. AI is learning. Another handoff. Pretty good run here. That'll make it 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. All right, all right. Miami's 0 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. Wow. Flag. Going to have a false start. Jeez. Neither one of these offenses can get out of their own way. Yeah, that's what no one's talking about, Patriot, is that Vanderbilt had every reason to think they should be in over Notre Dame. Like no one's talking about Vanderbilt having a claim. All right, 3rd and 7 for A&M. Back to throw, dumps it off to the running back. Breaks a tackle, shoestring tackle brings him down short though. Then he gets up and starts talking shit to some Miami defender, even though he didn't get the first down, like an idiot. Why did he get up and start talking shit? I don't understand that. You got brought down short of the line to gain, buddy. So 4th and 3, A&M's going to have to punt. A&M should be up 3-0 right now, but they're not. Punts away. It's like a pretty good punt. One broken tackle for Tony. Oh, what a return. Still, he might take this all the way to the, he gets a shoestring tackle that brings him down at like the 25. Damn, what a return. Man, that Tony Cat's the real deal, isn't he? That Tony Cat is the real deal. That's what you get for having a left-footed punter. That's what you get. Let me see this tackle that brought him down. What? Now that's the definition of a shoestring tackle. Barely. Oh, I don't know if it was him. I think Tony tackled himself. No, the guy knocked his leg into his other leg. That's what brought him down. All right, 1st and 10 for Miami. Handoff, about a yard gain. Miami's got to take advantage of this. This got to be the best field position they've had all game, right? Look at this, the Pat Node special. They're running the Pat Node special. And that's what you get. No gain, a yard gain. They run the Pat Node special, and by some miracle, they get a yard out of it. Why are so many teams doing this asinine, dumbass stuff? Why? Why would you line up all your offensive linemen way the hell over there in the tall grass somewhere? Why would you do that? Why? So you can be 3rd and 8 right now and have to settle for a field goal? Third and 8, back to throw, sacked. Wow. Shannon Dawson, did you know that was the Pat Node special? Yes. And that makes you an asshole. Yeah, Shannon Dawson, asshole of the day. I want A&M to lose for Haynes King and Miami to win. The ACC gains a little respect back. Yeah, I'm okay with that. All right, field goal's up. Looks good. No, he missed it. He missed it right. What in the world is this? What in the world are we watching? Best field goal they've had, or best field position they've had all game. And, did that kicker know he was going to miss it right? He didn't? Well, that makes him an asshole. A great punt return by Tony means nothing now. Completely negated. What was that, like a 45, 48 yarder? Those are considered chip shots now almost. You got to make those. Yeah, Miami's OC needs to get a little more creative here. I agree. I tend to agree. Hell, we're probably going to go into the half tied 0-0. Everyone watching this stream has scored just as many points as either one of these teams have. What's going on, Millis? What's going on, buddy? I'm tired of this damn emu commercial. Tired of it. Sick and tired of being sick and tired, as Papa Wreck used to say. What are we going to do here, boys? What are we going to do here? Mills got to be happy. Mills an Alabama guy, isn't he? My girlfriend told me to break up with your AI chat lady. I'm going to miss my girlfriend. Yeah, your girlfriend should have learned her place, you know. There's a pecking order, and she's number 2, clearly. Coastal chaos is broken containment. This is true. So who does Alabama go on to play? I haven't looked at the bracket in a minute. Is it Texas Tech? Is that who they go on to play? Indy. Oh, Indiana. That'd be a good game. Oh, they're showing Tulane here. 2.5 hours to kick between them and Ole Miss. I'm the worst Bama fan ever. I don't believe in this team. I don't deserve to claim Alabama. Oh, Reed breaks out and gets a first down here. Okay. Yeah, when he said Indy, I thought Indianapolis. I thought Maryland. 1st and 10 here, handoff, maybe a yard or two. Colin Klein here, named Kansas State head coach on December 4th. So A&M's losing their OC. Damn, he looks like he's geeked up in there. Rick, when you guys gonna doing college football mafia next? Do you mean weekly or mafia? I don't know. If you mean college football mafia, like Rock and Rant and Moen and Wild Ute or whatever, I don't know. They haven't reached out. They ain't asked old Wreck to do nothing with them. I think Wreck kind of toes a different line than the mafia guys. Weekly, I don't know. I mean, that might just have to be an off-season endeavor. Because in season, I mean, just like, when would you do it, you know? You have games all throughout the week. And then everyone has their own stuff they do, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, etc. Maybe we'll do a big show leading into the national title. Probably be a good time. Maybe we can get Lou, Pete, Jackpot, and then who else would be a good one to get? I tried to get Coach Coop for the longest time. It just didn't work out. Somewhere over the rainbow, Tech's gonna make the playoffs. All right, let's get this game back going on here. UNC Dog should do a national title show. I'm sure we will. I know he's coming over for the bowl game. But yeah, I'm sure we'll be streaming for the Natty. Whoever ends up playing in that. Jesus, how many commercials do we need? No one even watches movies anymore in the theater. What do you think about these ACC commercials with the bobbleheads? The damn Wake Forest guy looks like he has an ass chin or a ball chin. All right, we're finally back. Thank God. Oh, yeah, we need to get Tantor. That's true. I hadn't talked to Tantor in a minute. 3rd and 4. Back to throw for Reed. Steps up. Dumps it off. Had a guy. Would have had the first down, but it's dropped. Jeez, man. It's dropped. Is the ACC in trouble as a conference? Yes. But that was true when the season started. I don't think it has anything to do with Notre Dame. Now, evidently, I've seen where Notre Dame's AD met with Phillips in New York and, we're on good terms now. I would tell Notre Dame to go kick rocks. Screw Notre Dame. As far as where Jeff Collins will be coaching next year, I don't know. Maybe he could be the linebackers coach at Westlake or something. Westlake's probably too good of a high school program for him to be at. Oh, a fake punt! And they almost convert it. They do a fake punt pass. Dude, this game is crazy. We've had bobbled kicks, bobbled punt returns, blocked kicks, missed field goals, fake punts. This game has it all, man. What do you want, Teddy Pup? What do you want? But we're streaming. Come on. What do you think, Teddy Pup? Do you think any of these teams can get a first down? Or no? All right. 1st and 10 for Miami, Teddy Pup. Handoff. Now get about 3. Who's gonna make the national title game? Don't lick the microphone, you weirdo. What do you see happening with the conference, and where does Tech end up? I mean, it's hard to say. I know a lot of people are like, oh, the ACC's done in 2030. I'm not so sure. We'll see. 2nd and 7 for Miami. Another handoff off tackle, but they get blown up on the offensive line. He's going to take about a yard loss. But if Tech doesn't remain in the ACC, most likely they end up in the Big Ten. Or I don't know, maybe the Big 12. They're not. I know they're not going to go to the SEC. That I can tell you for sure. All right, 3rd and 8. 3rd and long is like the theme of this game. 30 seconds to go, 32 seconds to go in the half, and Miami takes a timeout. If the ACC collapses, I believe the Jackets go to the Big. Yeah, Kyle Field's nice. Greg McElroy, Sean McDonough. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you obviously know Florida State's going to want out as soon as they can get out. You just can't see Tech in the Big. What does that mean? You don't think it's going to happen, or you don't like it? All right, 3rd and 8. 1 timeout for Miami, 2 for A&M. 32 seconds to go in the half. Miami still has not converted a 3rd down. Back to throw for Beck. Steps up. Throws. Complete for about 15 yards or so. Big 3rd down conversion. Their first 3rd down conversion. Miami's going to hurry up, keep A&M from subbing. On the A&M 30. 15 seconds to go. Throws. I don't know that that's complete. They're going to give them the completion. It's going to be an 8-yard completion, but they might review this. He was kind of bobbling it. Let's see here. No, I think he caught that. Clear as day. Of course, we're going to have to take 2 hours to review it. How likely would it be to establish a new conference these days? Not likely. It would be as likely as having a viable third party rise up. And it would be unlikely for the same reasons that you'd have a third political party rise up, because the two parties in power are never going to allow that to happen, and all of the rules in place really prevent that from happening. Now, if you're asking, could like the Big 12 become, rise to the level of the Big 10 and SEC, maybe. But as far as just a third or, another conference coming up and having the same weight as the SEC and Big 10, as close to zero without being zero as you could be. An infinitesimal. How about that? Two conferences would have to merge and become one new conference. Sure. Well, then you just wouldn't have them. Even if like the ACC and Big 12 merged and then cut the weight, cut out some teams, I still don't think that they would threaten the SEC or Big Ten. Who's Teddy Pup rooting for? Who you rooting for? I guess he's rooting for Miami. That's what he says. So 2nd and 2 with 10 seconds to go. Miami with only one timeout. The review helped Miami there too. That basically gave them another timeout. All right, so they have 2 plays left probably. Back to throw for Beck, throws to the end zone. Wasn't anywhere near him though. 7 seconds left. I think you got to kick the field goal now. I think you got to kick the field goal. Beck looking around like an idiot. Are they not kicking the field goal? Has anyone ever played? They're not. They're not. Okay. And the play clock's run down. They barely get the playoff throw. And nowhere near the wide receiver. 4th and 2. Now they will have to kick. I don't know what the hell that was or why. Why they took so long to figure it out. Has anyone ever played Fallout 4 when you meet the scientist who's become a mutant in the nuclear wasteland? That's what Mike Elko reminds me of with those glasses. He missed it again. Wasn't even close. Wasn't even close, man. I'm upsetting Teddy Pup. I feel like we could kick one better than that. That thing started right and was never even close. So we've had 2 missed field goals, couple of fumbles that were recovered by the offense, muff punts, fake punts. I mean, this is... I guarantee you, if you go on Twitter right now, Notre Dame fans are on there saying, see, if we were in there, we'd be winning that thing. We'd be up 28 to nothing right now on either one of those teams. Yeah? Why weren't you? Why didn't you beat either one of them? This is crazy. Where's my phone? Teddy Pup, where's my phone? Where is it? Where is it? Someone go on Twitter and tell me what the Notre Dame fans are saying. Can't find my phone. Just wishful speculating by Texas fans because he's a Texas alum. Has anyone seen the rumor around that Gidding is going back to Texas? I call BS. I mean, I've seen the rumor that he's going to go back to be their DB coach, but like that would help Tech. They're not going to be paying him what we're paying him. Why would he leave $2 million on the table to go? You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, maybe he would. If he does, great. Fantastic. Might have been hitting the buffets with Pittman. Well, I mean, to be fair, old Wreck been hitting a few buffets. Matter of fact, after we're done streaming this, you know what I should do? Go to that Golden Corral. Get some of that Bourbon Street chicken there. That's what I think. Honestly, I'd be kind of an asshole to go to a buffet right now and just infect everybody with my sickness. Oh, you like the sweater? This is Halloween. I thought he just bought a house in Atlanta. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that's coming from. Where the hell is that coming from? Teddy Pup, hop down, man. Hop down. I know you don't want to. You son of a bitch. All right. Where is my phone, Teddy Pup? We need to locate it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let's see what they're saying on Twitter. I don't get people saying they look terrible. It looks like they both have good defenses. Slim says he's loving this game so far. Are you loving the fact that you missed 2 field goals for no reason? One of which wasn't even close. Dude. All right, let's search Notre Dame.
Can you add me back to Discord? Folded hands emoji. I accidentally left.
Uncle Who says Miami 0, Texas A&M 0 at half. Imagine how bad Notre Dame must have lost to both these teams. He's shanking one, the wind carried the other. Shit happens. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Alabama winning was on my bingo card because that's another team that Notre Dame was bitching about. Go carnivore and change your life. Yep, here we go. Notre Dame would put up 50 on both these teams. No, you wouldn't, because you didn't. If this was Notre Dame, there'd be conversations to never let us in the college football playoff again. Anyways, what else can you say? Add you back to the Discord? What happened to you? What'd you do? Yeah, I will do that. Oh, someone sent a dono. He sent a dono, he accidentally left. Oh, Bryce Man with the $5 says, Rhett, can you add me back to the Discord? I accidentally left. Yeah. I guess send me somewhere to send a link. Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. Here I am slipping some Jack cocktails on my day off. Playing Pokemon, I'll have the Jackets game day off. Buddy, what are you doing? No. You're chewing up. This is my daughter's toy. Do you know what you chewing this up means? You know what that makes you? That makes you an asshole, Teddy Pup. That's right, makes you an asshole. It's getting warm in here. It's getting warm in here. Gotta take the sweater off. Jeez, man. All right. Need the fan on too, dude. That's what we need. That's what we need. All right, the hell are you guys saying? Very cute pup. Yeah, appreciate it. At iCloud. All right, hold on. At iCloud, huh? I'll do it now. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Paste. Uh, Done. Ask and you shall receive. Done. What's up, chat? Any rumblings of who we're going after for in quarterback? No. I haven't heard anything. This game is boring to watch. Why does everyone think defensive games are boring to watch? It's football, man. I pushed with those missed field goals, had Miami to win the first half. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God. So the first field goal, you're pulling your hair out. The second one, you're throwing your TV out the window. Yeah. Now, I haven't heard anything about quarterbacks and who we're getting in the portal. By the way, why does carnivore change your life? Here's what I think is problematic about diets. Most of them that you see out there is that they're usually some extreme thing in one direction. Like, oh, the answer is only eat meat. Or the answer is don't eat any carbs, or whatever. And that, for most people, that is not sustainable. Unfortunately, the answer is probably to have a balanced diet. Fruits, vegetables, protein, right? And discipline. Unfortunately, as far as losing weight, there's no way around being in a calorie deficit. Like, you're going to have to get in a calorie deficit. What are you doing? What are you chewing? Why? Why are you such an asshole? Rhett, you sound rough, definitely in your chest. You need to get about 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C in you. Instead of 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C, can I take 2 grams of vitamin C? I would rather do that. The answer is 1,800 calories a day, working out 4 days a week. I lost 60 pounds in a year doing that, and it's the only thing that worked for me. Man, working out 4 days a week is fairly aggressive, but you did get results. The 6'7" Graham Nose may be our ace in the hole. I'm not saying that he's not. Here's what I will say. When we beat Miami last year and rushed the field, I stood right next to him for a while. And I got the impression that he was a big goofy son of a bitch. Like he didn't, and look, he was a freshman, so I'm kind of judging him harshly on that. He just didn't give me the impression of someone that necessarily belonged there. So 1,800 calories a day. How do I eat 1,800 calories a day and also eat Dairy Queen every day? Is that possible? How many calories do you think are in a large, like, I don't know, Reese's Blizzard? Probably 1,500, something like that. Let's see. The bigger question is how many grams of sugar are in a large Reese's Blizzard? Hundreds, probably. Nutrition facts, large Reese's Blizzard. 1,000 to 1,080 calories with high amounts of fat, 42 to 45 grams, 136 to 148 grams of carbs. Gee! And around 118 grams of sugar. So to put that into perspective, I think in like the 1800s, people on average consumed about 3 grams of sugar a day. That has 118 grams of sugar, which to me seems reasonable. I need to have enough energy to go about my day. How is this wrong?
Thoughts on Graham Knowles? Can we go 6-6 with him?
So thoughts on Graham Knowles? Can we go 6-6 with him? I don't know. Look, I don't know anything about Graham Knowles. All we've seen of Graham Knowles is he threw one long touchdown pass that his contribution was about 10 yards of in garbage time during the Gardner-Webb game. That's all. So I don't know. I can't judge the kid. I haven't seen him at practice. I have no idea. We're definitely going to have a competition going into spring, though, right? Hell, it wouldn't even surprise me if he transferred out. I mean, nothing would surprise me at this point. I mean, we're definitely going to have more kids transfer, but who is your pick to be the new OC? That's a good question. I don't know. I liked Winky originally because I thought that would retain Philo, but obviously that's not the case anymore. So, I've been kind of sick and I just haven't been on top of it. So I don't know enough to say. Instead of ordering pizza, you can find frozen pizzas for around 800 to 1,000 calories for the whole pizza. Also, mini bags of butter popcorn are 120 calories. Frozen grapes are goated for volume that tastes like candy. Has Stockton gone in the portal yet? I have not seen Stockton in the portal yet. Are they doing the Biggest Loser show anymore? Maybe I could go on to that and have Jillian Michaels yell at me and tell me that I'm a big fat dumbass. That could work. I watched a documentary on Netflix on that show, which was pretty interesting. Like nothing they do is sustainable. Almost all of those people that went on to put on the weight back plus some. They were forcing them to take like caffeine pills, a bunch of crazy shit. Think Philo would have stayed if he got to play? No, I don't. I think Philo staying at Georgia Tech or leaving ultimately came down to Buster. Apparently, Key is rough to work under. I've seen people saying that. And I've seen that several different places, and I tend to believe it. I haven't really spoke on it. I think that he's probably no more difficult to work under than Saban, and I think Saban was incredibly tough to work under. The difference is, if you're going to be that way, then you better have the success that's coming with it for people to put up with it. And Key doesn't have that. And you might say, well, he won 9 games this year. Yeah, but for you to be that way, you better be making playoffs, national title runs. That's what I'm saying. I do think it's going to limit what you can hire, too. So we'll see. Yeah, just bring back Pat Node. It's fine. Just bring back Pat Node. Honestly, just getting on the elliptical an hour a day, 5 days a week can make a big difference. That's the thing I think with diets, is that whenever you're like, oh, I'm going to make these changes and really take my health seriously, we all want to do some extreme thing. I'm going to work out 5 days a week, and I'm going to do a 1,200 calorie a day diet. And you might do that for a week, and then you just fall off because it really wasn't a realistic goal for you in the first place. Stop chewing up bullshit, dude. What's wrong with you? I have things for you to chew on. There. Anyways, when the truth is, if, like for me, take me for example, if I would just do something active every day or every other day, that would be a big improvement. If I would just not eat the worst shit that you can eat. So instead of eating an entire pizza, like at 1 a.m, I eat a big plate of chicken and rice or something like that. Would be an improvement. Graham Knowles has 2 years under Winky, and I believe he will be fine. Yeah, I don't know. Got to see him play. I'd have to see him play. This is nothing that some tobacco can't cure, though. I'm certain of this. Can't be holding you tonight. What else was I going to say? I had some important shit to say. I did look into steroids. And what I've found out about steroids, especially heavy steroid use, all the anabolics, Tren, D-ball, like you take all that stuff, it's probably as bad for you as long-term heroin use, if not worse. Because I don't think heroin shuts down all the systems that high dosages of steroids do. Heroin also doesn't enlarge your organs. I watched all this stuff on these guys. I forget the kid's name. It was like Dylan something or something Dylan. 26-year-old kid. Probably would have won Mr. Olympia had he survived. But he dies at 26. And his heart was 3 times as large as a normal person's heart. Normal testosterone levels are between 200 and 1,000. It's like nanoliters per kilogram of body weight or something. His was 55,000. So I said that to say I'm probably going to start steroids soon. I'd like to see him some in the bowl game. It's going to be all Haynes King. I'm just going to tell you that right now. It's going to be all Haynes King. All right, there we go. Going to start the third here, boys. What can I take that will make me not feel like I'm sick, guys? And believe me, I'm open to anything, whether it's legal or not. Like if I took methamphetamines on the stream, that would probably help, I'm thinking. Airborne? What is that? Go to the doctor and get steroids? But they're not going to prescribe me the amount I need. So I'm still going to have to go to Mexico probably. Damn, it is windy as hell out there. The ball just got blown off the tee. "100% Haynes King is most likely part of the reason Buster left." I 100% disagree with that. Yeah, I don't think King had anything to do with it. I think Key might have something to do with it, but. All right, kicks away. Fair caught by Miami, so Miami's going to get the ball out of half. See if we can see some points scored. RFK Jr. says you should drink raw milk and take horse dewormers and you'll be good as new. Yeah. Wonder why we came up with pasteurization. Why was there a need to do that? Oh, yeah, because there's bacteria in it that killed people. That's right. Okay. So I guess if I'm dead, then I will not be worried that I'm sick. That's actually a good point. Like, there's no advantage to drinking milk raw, by the way. There's no advantage to that. Back to throw for Beck. Throws downfield, complete, first down and then some. Pick up about 14 yards. Like all pasteurization is heating the milk up to kill the bacteria. That's all it does. Back to throw. Complete. One missed tackle. Another first down. Two missed tackles. Damn. Miami moving. I don't think that's true, Mr. Burns. Yeah, I don't think that's true at all. Been wrong about simpler things. But I really don't think that's true. Oh, a little end around here for Miami that goes nowhere. In fact, they're going to take about a 4-yard loss on it. I'm not even going to say King's flat out better than Philo. It's hard to compare them because their skill sets are so different. What the hell? Okay. Thing just buffered. All right, we got the old diamond wide receiver formation here. Back to throw, just a simple slant to zero. I'll pick up about 8 on it. You don't see Philo starting at Florida? Well, with Lagway gone, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't know who else Florida's got, so I couldn't speak to it. But their OC is Buster. Obviously, Buster's a huge fan of them. I mean, I could definitely see him starting at Florida. Yeah. Oh, big run for Miami. Down to the 20, all the way down to the 10. Now, multiple times, both of these teams have been inside the 10. So we'll see. We'll see. No, multiple times they've both been inside the 10 and come away with no points. A&M still ushering. Do they have the right amount of players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. I don't know that A&M had 11 on the field. Also, can I ask you guys something? And you know that I'm old school. Okay. What's with the sleeve tattoos for quarterbacks now? And leg tattoos that are like the equivalent of an arm sleeve for your leg for kickers. There's like an epidemic of that right now. I don't quite get it. Florida plays Oklahoma, Texas, Ole Miss, FSU, UGA, South Carolina, Missouri, Kentucky next year. Philo might be careful what he wishes for, wanting to get SEC play. Sure. No, I agree with that. I think that's something you'd have to consider as a quarterback. Like, okay, you're going from definitely being the guy at Georgia Tech. You were going to get the same amount of money playing competition that you're going to have much better stats against, that you're probably going to have better draft stock against, as opposed to going to Florida, who the past 2 years has had the most difficult schedule in the country. If not this year, the most difficult schedule a team has ever had in the history of college football. So you might, and I do think Philo's a really good quarterback, but it might be very hard for people to see that. I also don't know what all they have around Philo to make him look good. Like, do they have a wide receiver as good as Isaiah Canyon? Now, had Philo stayed, we might still lose Canyon. I don't know. I'm just saying. We'll see. Now, it's not a foregone conclusion he's going to Florida either. I mean, this is what's kind of forgotten in all this. These guys are just announcing their intentions to hit the portal. The portal hasn't even opened up yet. Now, this opens up I think, the better conversation. My position has always been giving the middle finger to players every time they hit the portal and MFing them, I think is short-sighted.
See you after the game. Smash the like button, you all.
Appreciate it, Rockin' Rant. Rockin' Rant says, see you after the game. Smash the like button, y'all. Yeah. Me and Rockin' Rant might do something later today. His ego is the way. He ain't thinking about staying is better for him. He thinks he can be that dude with Buster. All right, Beck goes out as a wide receiver here. They run a wildcat with Tony, pick up decent yardage. I see what you're saying, but let me just push back on that a little. Whenever, like, let's say the number 2 quarterback on the board transferred to Tech.
I do hope Philo beats Surya at Florida Lowell.
We'll talk about that. No one would be saying his ego was in the way or something, or he has loyalty issues or whatever. What I'm saying is, instead of being mad at the player, you need to be mad at the system that the player exists within. That's what I'm saying. Back to throws over, throw it behind him, incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. But appreciate the $2, I think, from Joelish. Let me widen this a little. Yeah, from Joelish. I hope Philo beats UGA at Florida. I'm rooting for Florida. Like maybe I'm in the minority. I hope Buster and Philo light the college football world up at Florida. Hope they beat the shit out of Georgia. You know, all of that. Third and goal here for Miami. Back to throw for Beck. Steps up, takes off running. Is going to be short. It's going to be short. Honestly, I might go for this here because you can't kick a field goal. This is where situational awareness comes in. It looks like they're going to kick the field goal. But just the feel of this game is so wonky, I might have gone for it there. And it is good. So it looks like he did make the right decision. So we're in the third quarter. First score of the game. Miami will go up 3-0. Now, I'll tell you, too, this is what I hate. People will use this, like low-scoring games in the playoffs, as a justification to say those teams didn't deserve to be in, which I think is stupid. Yeah, I'm not like hating Philo and Buster at Florida. I just think you got to be careful what you wish for. Oh, yeah. Now, is it going to hurt my feelings if they fail or something? No. Teddy Pup. Teddy Pup. What's that little bastard doing? What are you doing? You better not be chewing shit up. I know how you do. I know that you're a sneaky little shit. That's what I know. I was born on a day, Teddy Pup. It wasn't yesterday. Okay? Don't make me look like an asshole on the stream. Yeah, you'll call everyone you love a bastard, don't you? Like, I grew up like, when I was in high school, the people that you shit on the hardest were your friends, right? If you didn't care about someone, you just didn't interact with them. Yeah, I don't have a shock thing. He's so small, it'd probably fry him. Am I going to play Resident Evil 9? No, but I did. I have made some purchases for games recently. I bought Silent Hill 2 Remake. I bought Hades 2 because I've been playing a lot of Hades 1. I bought Expedition 33. And I bought Blasphemous 2 in preparation to play Blasphemous 1, which I already have and didn't play. I was talking with one of my coworkers about this. Like, we're in a point in like the video game world where everything has to look like Red Dead Redemption 2, or everything has to look like GTA 5, which is stupid. Hades is a perfect game. It's perfect. And it's a little 2D art style game. It's perfect. Silent Hill 2 is fantastic. Expedition 33 is probably the best game I've played since OG Halo Trilogy. Nice. What do you mean? I added E33? Oh, Expedition 33. Damn, I even look rough, don't I? I like bags under my eyes. I look like shit. Good thing I don't care. All right, kicks away. Now, I'd be willing to bet A&M's either going to get a field goal or score a touchdown here. A lot of Georgia Tech fans that live outside of Georgia might not know that Buster recruited Philo even when he was at UGAG. He is the reason Philo came to Tech. Yeah. It's a bit concerning a week after Key gets a contract extension and all of this starts to happen. Key needs to right the ship. I do think there are some reasons to look at Key and say, you need to get your shit straight. I do think that. Oh, got a Miami player hurt. They had like a little jet sweep here that went for 8 yards. Got a Miami player down, number 7. Poyster, is that his name? Because not only what did that contract extension came with? It came with like more buy-in to the program. I don't think that there was a standing deal between Buster and Philo. No. I do think when Buster started looking at, hey, I'm going to leave, I'm going to take the Florida job, he definitely talked to Philo. And there'll be people, oh, well, that's tampering, isn't it? Yes, but there are no rules in college football for the portal. There's not. There's some clawback coming to this, though, and I'm not one to ever say anything positive about Georgia, but them going after this defensive end for like breaking contract, like I don't hate that. Like if there was a contract that you'd be here for X number of years and you transfer out, then you should owe some of that money back to the school, shouldn't you? Shouldn't you? I just think that Key has a lot to learn still about being a head coach. That's what I think. But again, none of us know what these contracts look like. And no one wants to challenge them because then it's used against you in recruiting and portal shit, you know? All right, what we got? 2nd and 1 for A&M. Handoff. First down. First down A&M. Why are NIL deals not public knowledge? I think we need more transparency. Well, they don't have to be. I mean, the start would be I just want the rules to be enforced as they are. I would take that. Back to throw for Reed, flushed out, has to throw it away. He barely got that over the line of scrimmage. Calling it incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10. My bigger concern is that Key has more 7 and 6 seasons, and the stupid half of our fan base starts to call for firing like they did with Gailey. Well, I mean, it would depend on what they look like. Let's see if this ball got over the line of scrimmage. I don't think that ball came close to getting over the line of scrimmage. Like if he's going 7 and 6 and you're trending down in recruiting, you're playing worse, then yeah, maybe. Reed dumps it off here. Makes one guy miss, 2 guys miss. It's about 4. All right. It's going to be 3rd and 17 now for A&M, so I guess I was wrong about my prediction. Back to throw. Throws. Intercepted. Miami taking it back to the 40, to the 30, almost down to the 20. Big mistake there by Reed. Wow. Do the teams that coaches go to buy out their contracts from the other team? I believe so, yes. Yeah, he had him open. He just sailed it. He had that guy open. No, he didn't even sail it. He just threw it way behind him. That's just an awful throw by Reed there. I think it should. That's how it works in the NFL. Like, if you want Isaiah Canyon, then you have to buy him out of his tech contract. It's the way it works in the pros. That's 2 turnovers for A&M. Oh, my goodness. Like, I don't even know how to describe that play. Beck lines up at wide receiver. They do the jet sweep, but hand off back to Beck just for Beck to turn it up and run it. Handoff for Miami. Maybe a yard. Jeez. They're going to hurry up here on 3rd and 7, though. Miami on the A&M 17. They're going to change the play. Beck's changing the play here. Back to throw. Throws. Batted down. It's going to be 4th and 7. Have to settle for another field goal. Man. That would have been a tough throw had it not been batted down. He might be lucky that's batted down. Wind is swirling 14 miles an hour. He misses it. Yeah, so I didn't realize that this wind was like it was. This wind is absolutely punishing out here. Another missed field goal. I would go for it from here on out, honestly, with the wind the way it is. I would just go for it. Get another water. be trusted without supervision. Yep, a big doink there. Well, we don't have to change the scoreboard. That's the good thing. That's the good thing. But no, I agree. Like, why would Texas pay all that money to get Gideon back? I don't know. I think it would be a lifeline to Georgia Tech. What do you think they're saying on Twitter? What are they saying on Twitter? Jeremiah Love would have found the end zone by now. Okay. All right, handoff for Texas A&M. We'll get a few out of it. So we got 7:05 to go in the third. It's going to be second and what, 7 for A&M here? Yep, 2nd and 7 for A&M. Airborne is immune support. It comes in a gummy dissolvable tablet or multivitamin. It's just rumor, man. I haven't seen anything credible mention that. I feel like that's wishful thinking from the Tech front. Yeah, what did Notre Dame's AD and Jim Phillips talk about? It's probably Jim Phillips licking Notre Dame's AD's nuts, if I had to guess. 3rd and 1 here for A&M. Handoff, first down, A&M. So 22 basically assaulted 8 and then tried to help him up. The Miami player almost punches him, and then he tries to help him up to be like, look, I didn't do nothing. Yeah, 8 got bent. First and 10. Play action, steps up in the pocket. Reed takes off to run, and great open field tackle by Miami there. Great open field tackle. Yeah, we're never going to give Notre Dame an ultimatum, though. We're too soft as a conference. 2nd and 11 here for A&M. Back to throw. Steps up. Still looking, dumps it off to 7 here. Decent yards. Maybe a little extracurricular after the tackle there. Kind of twisted him down after he went out of bounds. Elko is furious. He's like, look at this sumbitch. Let's see here. Is it as bad as it looked live? Yeah, that probably should have been a flag. Probably should have been a flag. 3rd and 4 here for A&M. Back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to have to throw across his body now. He ends up just throwing it out of bounds. So I'll have to punt. Miami's defense looking really, really good. All right, so A&M to punt now on 4th and 4. Line drive punt here. Tony gets a decent return on there. Those line drive punts usually set up big returns. A&M probably got away with one there. Need to grow the mustache back. I'll be honest with you, man. The mustache, once it gets past a certain length, starts to get really annoying. So if you ever grown your mustache out, you probably know. But it starts curling under your lip. And then whenever you eat, you bite your own mustache and it like pulls on your lip. Don't grow the mustache back. Okay, so got some fans of the mustache, people that are not fans of the mustache. Can't make everyone happy. Just can't do it. By the way, Anthony Joshua fought Jake Paul last night. Does anyone believe that shit isn't fixed? Like, I know he knocked him out in the 6th round, but I think that there was an agreement that, like, hey, you're not gonna really try until past the 5th or something. Because when Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, that was clearly fixed. It was clearly fixed. I didn't watch it either. I just saw where Anthony Joshua knocked him out. But, like, I did watch him fight Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson would, like, sidestep a punch and would go to throw this right cross and then pull it back. I mean, it was just clearly horseshit. Yeah, might need to get paid. So the length of the Virginia Tech game, huh? I have to go back and look at that. I don't know. Jake has 2 broken jaws right now. Hey, you have 2 broken jaws. I get your upper and lower jaw are broken. Damn. Well, good. Good. The whole Paul family is a bunch of sacks of shit anyway. They're a bunch of scamming sacks of shit. Handoff for Miami. Oh, man, broke a few tackles there for a first down. I didn't know Paul had 2 broken jaws. Yeah, I guess that means we don't have to listen to his dumbass ramblings. All right, 1st and 10 for Miami. Run up the middle, not much, maybe a yard. A little bit of chippiness showing up down there. He called out Canelo in the hospital? Canelo's not in his weight class though, right? What weight class does Canelo fight in? Like Jake Paul's like what, a light heavyweight? Or is he a heavyweight? What is Canelo? He's a super middleweight. He's 168 pounds. Jake Paul's like what, 210? Or 220? Yeah, that's pussy stuff, man. Like weight classes matter for like they're weight classes for a reason. Like someone being much heavier than you is a massive advantage, and that's been Jake Paul's thing the whole time, right? Like when he fought who's the crazy coke riddled dude? Why can't I remember his name now? The Irish guy. Conor McGregor. Like, Conor McGregor's like a middleweight too. He's like 150 pounds or whatever, or lighter. I'm not a huge fan of Dana White, but Dana White was right. He goes, dude, you need to start fighting people in your weight class. And then he does, and you see what the results are of it. Connor's around 200 now because he's yoked on steroids and shit. His natural fighting weight is like 150, I think, though. Like, he didn't fight as a heavyweight. 3rd and 5 for Miami. Run, not going anywhere. They'll be short. I'm not so sure I don't go for this right at midfield if I'm Miami. It's going to be like 4th and 1. The heaviest McGregor fought was 170, then yeah. Actually, I don't think Paul fought Conor McGregor. That was Floyd Mayweather. Who all has Jake Paul fought? I don't even remember. It's 4th and 2. Miami's going to punt here. 54 seconds and counting in the 3rd here. Well, we got a timeout. Are they taking a delay of game? They're going to take the delay of game. So they'll take the delay of game. Try and pin them here. Punts away. Boy, that was a shitty punt. I'm assuming that had to do with the wind. Nowhere close to pinning him. There's Trinidad Chambliss. Mighty Mouse versus Jake Paul. I'm just saying, let me fight someone that's like 120 pounds. I'm not saying I beat him, but I got a much better shot than beating someone. I have no shot at beating someone remotely near my weight class. Oh man, Reed sacked. Reed sacked. Boy, Miami's front is ferocious. Yeah, that defensive front for Miami is something. Oh yeah, let Francis Ngannou get in there with Jake Paul. Let me get some cough drops. That's the end of the third, boys. We're in the fourth now. Let's be honest. Francis Ngannou beat the heavyweight champ or former heavyweight champion of the world in Tyson Fury. We all know it. We all know boxing couldn't let an MMA guy beat a legitimate, boxer. But Francis Ngannou beat Tyson Fury. Mighty Mouse submitted another brown belt that outweighed him 100 pounds. That's pretty sick. There's a 10th Planet Fitness near you. You've thought about trying jiu-jitsu. Isn't that Eddie Bravo's gym? Isn't that Eddie Bravo's thing? Eddie Bravo might be one of the most interesting people alive. He is crazy. He does think everything is a conspiracy. But he's also one of the most badass jiu-jitsu. Like, he submitted one of the Gracies. Didn't he? Or he beat, I don't know that he submitted him. He beat him. Yeah, Eddie's a bad dude. Eddie's a guy you would misjudge at a bar that you get tied up with. Like, I mean, this guy's nothing. And then he's, shoved your own arm up your ass. And you're wondering what happened. You think we'll have any focus on the bowl, or everyone is distracted by personnel? I mean, we'll have some focus, I'm sure, but all of the shit that's going on around the program right now doesn't help you. Any data centers built around you? I'm not sure. I know the one in Memphis is going swimmingly right now, just dumping pollution everywhere. All right, back to throw for Reed. Complete. They'll get close to the first down here, so it's going to be 3rd and 3 or so. Third and 3 for A&M. Back to throw. Steps up in the pocket, throws, complete, first down A&M. Been doing jiu-jitsu for about 10 years, trained Gracie Jiu-Jitsu under Pedro Sauer. I don't know if I pronounced that right, or Saar. All right, another diamond wide receiver formation here. Reed flushed out again. Reed takes off to run, picks up about 2. We'll see where they spotted it. 2nd and 8. Jet sweep here, maybe 2 yards. Okay. Everyone who lives in the data center hates it. I'll tell you what I hate. I was looking at some RAM, and the same RAM that I paid like $115 for 2 years ago or a year ago is now $350. It's insane. It's absolutely stupid. Yeah, I will. I'm 100% streaming the bowl game. Same RAM I paid like $115 for a year or 2 ago, $350. And what is all this AI shit doing? What's so great about it? Ooh, almost a first down there, and a hell of a collision out of bounds there. Yeah, I think he got it. Like, can anyone tell me what's so great about AI that it justifies all this shit? Can anyone tell me? So we can have more videos of SpongeBob getting pulled over and driving away, or a golden retriever? Is that why? Which I don't know about it drinking our water. I don't know. How are they cooling all this shit? I'm not sure. 2nd and 8 for A&M. Fake the jet sweep, then throw it to the man he just faked it to. Pick up pretty good yards on it. Okay, the mechanical systems used to keep all the equipment cool use a bunch of water. That's what I figured. Now, I have seen some shit, honestly, where I work, where they keep all this stuff cool. They just submerge it in water. I'm talking about the whole setup is submerged in water. Boy, that's offsides. Because I think we were looking at one in California they just built. Started with a D. I forget the name. What's your prediction, Georgia Tech's transfer portal for next year based on the significant amount of money that we just received? I think you're going to be underwhelmed, is what I think. I think you're going to be underwhelmed. I think we're all like, oh, we got all this more money to spend, and we're going to go get some big names in the portal. I think you're going to be underwhelmed. Because we're not the only one with money to spend. 1st and 10, Play action. Again, Reed steps up in the pocket, throws downfield. I don't think he caught that. That looked like it hit the ground. They're going to give him the catch. Obviously, this will be reviewed. Yeah, recruiting this year was extremely underwhelming. That looked like that thing hit the ground to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, they're going to review it. Yeah, that's what I thought. That definitely hit the ground. Trapped it on the ground. I need to get something to eat after this. I don't know if I'm going to stream the rest of the day. I'll probably stream this game and it'll be it. I can feel myself fading. What I need to get to eat though? He did sell it great. It's like a pitcher framing. He framed that catch perfectly. It makes sense that the recruiting was bad because all these coaches knew they were leaving after this season. Maybe. C-Dog needs to fill in for you. Let's call C-Dog. See what he thinks about that. I mean, he's got a ton going on with a new kid, so I kind of...
I'm starting to think data centers are just a roundabout way of acquiring massive real estate assets with minimal cost.
Good answer. I'm starting to think AI data centers are just a roundabout way of acquiring massive real estate with minimal cost. I just think it's a rope-a-dope to prop up the economy and pretend like we're not in a real bad way, which we are. Rick, are you feeling worse as the day goes on or about the same? I definitely feel worse. What's your season prediction for next year in terms of overall record and AC? Oh, there's C-Dog. What's going on, buddy? All right, I'm glad I did that because you're live on the stream. Now they can hear you.
I was listening to your stream, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Let's call C-Dog."
Yeah, dude, they're hankering for some streams. I didn't know if you were streaming any of these games today.
Well, this one's the only one worth anything today, isn't it?
Well, you got Oregon. You got two playoff games. Was it Oregon, JMU, Ole Miss, Tulane's probably the one to stream if.
Not all playoff games are created equal.
Yeah, it's true.
I think this is the best game of the day, and then the next two games are going to be terrible. I mean, yeah, Tulane, Ole Miss, I guess, but Tulane lost Ole Miss 45-10 the first time they played them.
Dang, I forgot they already played.
Yeah, they lost 45-10. I guess you could say that, like, Ole Miss, might not blow them out as bad because they don't have a coach anymore, but that might be the intrigue of that game, is seeing how Ole Miss looks without their coach. But surely they can handle a group of 5 team.
Doesn't sound like you're going to be streaming any of them, though.
No, I'm not going to be streaming that crap.
I know Pete will be. Y'all can go watch Pete stream them.
I'm busy, man. I don't even have my Christmas tree up.
Dang, dude. Way behind.
Yeah, I know, man. It's bad. I'm like, And I really, really want to do a Christmas special video, but for the bowl game. But I don't know. We're gonna have to see how that turns out. I have plans with Cody tomorrow to film. Hopefully we can get it all done. So that's my plans. I'm gonna try to do some content,
Yeah. For real.
Cause I don't know. This game's good though.
What do you think? People seem to be real excited by the sprinkles helmets.
I mean, the Pop Tarts Bowl is one of the most fun bowls. It's the People's National Championship, they call it.
It is.
I think that the Pop Tarts Bowl in modern day football is what bowl season should be about. That bowl and the Duke's Mayo Bowl too. They just do ridiculous stuff that's fun,
Yeah.
And
leaning into it.
Yeah, lean into it. Like, it's ridiculous, but it's funny and it's a good time. They have the human Pop-Tart sacrifice ritual where they cook it alive and then everyone eats it.
What?
Yeah, they have the Pop-Tart mascots the whole game dancing around, and then at the end of the game they toast one of them alive, and then everybody eats the big Pop-Tart. The winning team eats the big Pop-Tart.
Dude, I want to do that. I want to eat a big Pop-Tart.
Me too. I'm not so sure Tech's going to be able to eat the big Pop-Tart.
I think we're going to be hungry after the game.
Yeah, I think we're going to be hungry. I'm not so sure that we're going to be able to beat BYU.
I know, dude.
Hey, but at least we're going to show up to the game and try.
Yeah, at least we didn't quit like a bunch of pussies that Notre Dame is. Yeah,
we'll play the game. Because you know why? Because we didn't earn our way into the playoffs. We had the chance to, but we didn't earn it. So instead of bitching and crying and quitting, we'll show up and play the bowl game that we're supposed to.
Yeah, because they quit. We'll take their spot. Yeah. No problem.
Yeah. The Pop-Tarts Bowl is probably, if you're not in the playoffs, that's one of the best bowl games.
It is.
I think I'd say the best ones, the best non-playoff bowl games are like the Citrus Bowl, the Pop-Tart Bowl, and like maybe the Gator Bowl.
Yeah.
Those are like the three best ones, I think. Maybe I'm forgetting one.
Big Balls. I just realized that's your name. Says I think we could win. We got the interim OC bump. Is there an interim OC bump, C-Dog?
Oh, geez. Well, there was for UCLA, right?
Yeah. Pop-Tarts Bowl pays $6 million to each team too.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's good. That's our coach salary for a year. How about that?
We'll take it.
Yeah.
All right, dude. I'm gonna keep streaming this, and then I'm probably gonna go to sleep. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Oh, dude, tell me about it. This boy's been keeping me up.
I heard that, dude.
Okay. He's been keeping my wife up while I sleep.
The truth comes out.
She wasn't gonna let that one slip, but all right.
All right, see you, buddy.
I'll see ya.
All right, yeah. We got to hear from C-Dog. Yeah, and I know Notre Dame was like, they think that they're hurting college football by not playing in the bowl. Like, they're sticking it to college football. Okay. I don't know. Is there an interim coordinator bump? This is a good question. I haven't considered before. But while we were talking to C-Dog, it looked like A&M was starting to roll on offense a little bit. Thoughts on Muschamp to Texas? What a home run. I thought that he was all UGA, man, because he had like stepped down, it seemed like, to take, more time with his family or whatnot. But Muschamp's one of the best defensive minds in the country. So that to me, he's a proven DC elite guy. So how could you view it as anything other than a home run for Texas? Yeah, I think it's great for them. Wish we could have Muschamp. I'd take Muschamp in a heartbeat. Does he have some connection to Gideon though? Like, I don't know where I'm sure these rumors started on some forum somewhere by, again, my grandma's hairdresser's husband told me that Gideon. Do I think there's any merit to the rumors of Gideon going back? I don't, but I hope there is. I don't, but I hope there is. If that makes sense. I guess we're all sick watching this game on the couch. Are y'all sick too? Last 3 drives, interception, punt, and then this drive. 12 plays for 65 yards. Back to throw for Reed. Sacked. Sacked on first down. Man, Miami's good up front, man, on the defensive side. They've got some players. 2nd and 13 now for A&M. I mean, they're shutting A&M out with 8 minutes to go in the 4th. Run up the middle, pick up 4 or 5. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 or so. And look, if they have to settle for a field goal, all bets are off. They have some tornado, some invisible tornado swirling around the stadium. You were sick for 2 weeks about a week ago? The math doesn't make sense there. Back to throw for Reed. Tunnel screen bobbled, incomplete. Did they just tunnel screen something to like an offensive lineman? I've been sick for 2 weeks starting 3 days ago. It's just a really big tight end. Let's see if we can. We've had 1 made field goal. Looks good. So the game will tie 3-3 here. 3-3 with 8 minutes, 3 seconds to go. The Common Core math. I've seen some of the Common Core math problems, and I'm like, what in the hell is this? The questions, obviously simple, but the way that they are telling people to solve problems is completely asinine and stupid. Like, they would teach multiplication. Don't memorize multiplication tables. Literally, if you're doing 3 times 3, draw out 3 groups of 3 and circle each group of 3 or something, is how they would teach you to do multiplication. Like, why? That's dumb. It's not that it's difficult, it's just like Common Core math is like killing you with the card you don't have. Like, no one, let me put it to you this way. No one who actually does something in the STEM field would ever think about problems the way that Common Core tells kids to think about them. Yeah, you memorize them up to 12. You're like, all right, 12 and 12 is 144. We're good. Doubly. I'm just gonna nod off real quick. Isn't that against terms of service? Like, if you fall asleep on stream, I think that's like against TOS. I think it's a way, like, people were trying to get their watch hours up, so they would just stream themselves sleeping. When does the winter sale on Steam hit? That's the important thing. Yeah, just wreck sleeps. I think our ceiling next year is 8 and 4, and floor is 5 and 7. What do you think? How could I answer that question? There's no way I could answer that question. I have no idea who the OC is. I have no idea who any of the staff on offense is. I don't even know that Winky stays. I have no idea who our quarterback's going to be. I have no idea who we're getting out of the portal. So, I'd have to at least. It's like you're telling me to solve a systems of linear equations that has 4 variables, but you're giving me 2 equations to solve it with. I would need at least 4 equations to solve a system that has 4 different variables. You like that? Is that not the most Georgia Tech answer you've ever heard? Yeah, I do have to play Elden Ring. This is true. Sleeta was a sleep streamer early in his distinguished career. You know, I was talking with Pete the other day, and we all have agreed that, like, his devolution into whatever he's become will be studied by scientists for years and years to come. Like, something is bad wrong with him. Bad wrong. All these videos of, like, why I'm single and women are like a bunch of jealous bitches is basically every video. Is Sleeta the political weirdo Lou always makes fun of? No, I don't think I've ever once heard Sleeta mention politics. Sleeta's more like a Proud Boy type. Like, he's an incel. Sleeta's the guy that's like, anytime he's attracted to a girl, he immediately gets cucked by some guy and in his vicinity. EDP 445 and Sleeta used to be buddies. I did not know that. Are you just trolling or is that true? Because I know Sleeta's been on since like '08. So that could be possibly true. Total yards. Oh my God. There's like barely over 300 total yards combined in the entire game. All right, they're going to have to hold the... What was the flag, by the way? They're kicking this thing way back. They offsides on the kick. This could be huge. Okay, still goes in the end zone. No return, whatever. Is that true, JC? Is that true? We should do a poll. Where am I going to eat? Should I drive all the way to Woodstock and get some Donnies? Should I go with my tried and true Panda? The Falcons and Eagles played in 2015, and EDP made a video about it, was shouting him out, said he was cool and all. Oh, dang. What a burger I'd have to go all the way to Kennesaw for, which I'm not opposed to, but... 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Big run here for Miami. Still on his feet. They'll pick up about 16 on that run. 7:55 to go in the fourth. Large fruit bowl from Publix. Do I look like someone who eats a large goddamn fruit bowl? No. Are you a Cane's guy or Zaxby's? There isn't a Raisin Cane's around, so I guess Zaxby's. What's my Panda order? Double orange chicken and fried rice every single time. Play action here for Miami. Throws across the middle, complete. Fumble! Oh my God, what a disaster. It's ruled a fumble on the field, and I do think it's a fumble. Oh, Miami's going to give this game away. What are you doing, Malachi Tony? Hell, even Teddy's upset about it. Yeah, he clearly had possession. Clearly a fumble. Oh, what a disaster. What a disaster for Miami. Yeah, Coop down bad. Miami is Miamiing. The ACC, you can hear them in the background. You were supposed to be the chosen one. You were supposed to bring balance to college football. Now, they might not end up getting hurt by this with, the way A&M's been playing offensively. I think Panda's where we're going. We're definitely going to Panda. That way I can be hungry in 2 hours from now. 2nd and 10. Back to throw for Reed. Throws complete. Going to be just... Oh, I don't know. Are they going to give him the first here? Are they going to give him the first on that? I can't hear when the whistle was blown. Get you some fried rice. Dude, fried rice is it. Yeah, they get the first. Back to throw for Reed now. Steps up. Sacked or no gain? I think he's sacked there if the black line is the line to gain. Starting to think the under might hit. Yeah, looking good. What if they would have originally set the over-under at like 14? Oh, a little read option here off the jet motion. Oh, and there's a Miami player that just got lit up. I think he might be hurt bad. I think he might be concussed. Yeah, I think Thomas is. I think he's concussed. He's up now, but that looked bad. Yeah, look at him. Anytime someone's gait, meaning how they're walking, is that off, that's not a good sign. Third and 6. Back to throw, flag, and sack. It's probably going to be a hold or hands to the face. We'll have to see. What's the flag here? I saw a Miami helmet on the ground. What are the prices like at Panda? I think, I mean, relative to how everything else is, I don't think they're awful. I'd have to look. What's the flag? Did they pick the flag up? All right, 4th and 9. Fourth and 9 here for A&M, just outside of field goal range too. Some idiot has yellow cleats on like a dumbass. They're going to have to take a timeout. They're going to have to take a timeout. I prefer real Chinese restaurant. Where the hell do you find a real Chinese restaurant? In Georgia. Where the hell is that at? Hey, puss, does it even really exist? Not near you, but there's some real. Well, look, it sounds like something I would hate. You all know that I'm a notoriously picky eater, and it sounds like something I would hate. Oh man, knuckle punt fielded by Tony makes one guy miss, and he'll bring it out to about the 12 though. So probably would have bounced in the end zone had he let it go though, with the way that that thing, the flight of the ball was. I'm gonna look this up on my phone. Let me bring the stream up on my phone.
What's your go-to at?
Shut up. Okay. Northern something. Flavors of Beijing and Tianwen or something. Authentic Northern Chinese mains. This. All right. 1st and 10 for Miami. Handoff. Big run for Miami. Into the open field. To the 40, to the 50. Down to the 40, to the 30. Oh my God. That might decide the game right there, boys. That might decide the game. All right, where is this place? Can I go to this place? What is the address? Northern China Eatery. Let's see how far this is. It's on Buford Highway. 45 minutes? That's doable. All right, another run there. Not much going, but man, what a run. How long was that? That had to be like a 60, 70-yard run there. I told you that might end up not getting hurt. They didn't, that fumble didn't end up mattering. 2:45 and counting to go in the game. Miami at the 28. Handoff. Another big run, first down. That must be his mom up there. She got them same glasses that weird teacher from Harry Potter had. Like this big. This takes us into the 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes to go, boys. Buford Highway is Asian food. Oh, okay. This is this is going up toward Duluth and whatnot. All right, might be something. I'll have to ask Sea-Dog. That's something me and Sea-Dog need to go to together, I think. Without any ladies. If I'm Miami, I run it 3 straight times, yeah. I'm with you. I'm not putting this ball in the air if I'm Miami. I agree. Try soup dumplings. Okay. Now, I do love dumplings. Now, hold on a second. I thought you said this was authentic Chinese food. These sons of bitches got dumplings? That's grandma food. That's biscuits and grease. They stole that from us. We's the only people that has had dumplings before, man. That ain't authentic. Oh, look. Georgia Tech on the struggle bus with whoever LAF is in basketball, so that's cool. Our basketball team sucks balls, man. It's a different type of dumpling. Don't mess with me, dude. Why are they calling it dumpling then? Then why call it that? That's like American Gangster. Blue Magic. All right, they're calling their shit Blue Magic. And I'm going to have to send Denzel down to correct them. Fried eggplant. Like a French fry on steroids? What? All right. All right. Yeah, Georgia Tech leads Lafayette Leopards 58-55. I figured we were in trouble. I don't know if you guys remember when Damon Stoudemire was named and the girl that was accusing Mel Tucker, like she was dating Stoudemire too. I was like, yeah, that ain't good. Seems like a bad way to start.
GT Hoops is AIDS bad.
I appreciate the $2. GT Hoops is AIDS bad, yeah. Yeah, they're bad. They're bad. 167 rushing yards for Fletcher here. Another handoff. Okay, it's decent yards. 3-4 yards there for Fletcher. Then you got Michael Irving on all fours like a dog here. Yeah, no, they're not going to make the NIT. Hell no. Second and 7 here for Miami. So first timeout or second timeout for A&M. They've got one timeout remaining. Miami has all their timeouts left. So Fletcher's mom, I saw her mouthing, "Let's fucking go." Coop's voice is shaky. Oh shit. Second and 7. Another handoff for Fletcher. Okay, maybe 2 yards there. You'll take that. That'll make A&M burn their last timeout. So now A&M is out of timeouts. Completely out of timeouts. So if I'm Miami, we're just going to run to center this up, or whatever your kicker's most comfortable with. If he likes having them on the left hash, we're going to run to the left hash. Either way, this run's going to set up this field goal for you. So Miami can take it down to 110. You like the kicker being able to redeem himself, huh? I'm kind of with you. Oh, they do a jet sweep. He's got room. He's got blockers. Touchdown, Miami. Touchdown, Miami. Damn. Hell of a play call there. They're all expecting it up the middle. And then you run the jet sweep to the boundary. How about that? Slim was telling me, too, that Malachi Tony guy, he's a 3-star. Yeah, he was not some highly recruited guy. All right, now this is important, too. I'll make this extra point here. All right. And Miami's going to take the lead. Notre Dame fans everywhere crying their eyes out. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. It is plenty of time for A&M, but, A&M has been struggling mightily on offense. So if I'm Miami and I'm thinking we should be able to play defense for a minute and change or however long. I mean, come on now. Should be able to play defense for a minute and some change. Yeah, minute 44. Now they're going to have 4 downs every series, so they do have that. But they're out of timeouts. they're completely out of timeout. So a sack is devastating for them. You know, tackles for loss, devastating for them. What if the runner gets the first down, takes a knee, Miami can take it down to 2 seconds and kick a field goal? I think field goals are problematic with how weird this game's been in the wind. I think if you can't play defense on the last drive, then it is what it is. Okay. Kickoff's going to be important here. Kickoff's going to be important. I don't know which way the wind's blowing. Oh, we missed it. Okay, cool. Back to throw for Reed. Almost sacked, dumps it off. Complete. Does get out of bounds, it looks like. Picks up, I don't know, maybe 6. Minute 35 to go now. Field goals are no good. Second and 5. Back to throw for Reed. Throws. Complete. First down barely. Gets out of bounds. Minute 30 to go in the game. There is a flag. If this is rushing the passer, what is this? What we got? Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Let's see. Let's see. Show it to me. I didn't see it. Oh, the acting. Oh, the acting. He got bumped. Look at him. He knew he got away with it. He knew he got away with it. That's bullshit, man. So he gets a little bumped by a defender, falls down like a pussy, gets up, and they get rewarded for that. Back to throw for Reed now. Throws, almost picked off, but complete, first down. Reed takes off running. He'll be short of the first, though. He'll be short of the first. Clock's rolling. Minute and 6 and rolling. Back to throw for Reed. Throws. Incomplete. 53 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and 1 now. Defender should not have touched him. Okay. I mean, it's kind of easy to say after the fact, but clearly that's a case where your quarterback flopped. Like, as soon as he looked at the ref and saw the flag, yes, like he wasn't affected at all by that. Either way. 3rd and 1, run up the middle. It's going to be a first down. The clock's going to stop to reset the chains. 49 seconds to go, so they're well in the red zone now. Well, I'm sorry, they're on the 19. They're in the red zone. Back to throw for Reed, steps up, throws, dumps it off complete. First down all the way down to the 4 with 39 seconds left. What are you doing, Miami? What are you doing? Another empty set here for A&M. 39 seconds to go on the 5. Back to throw. Comes out of the pocket. Throws. Incomplete. He's out. He caught it, but he was out of the back of the end zone. 33 seconds to go. 2nd and goal. Yep. Just out of the back of the end zone there. Second and goal from the 5 again. 33 seconds left. Back to throw. Has time. Throws. Incomplete. What a hit. And number 1's out cold. I'm pretty sure number 1's out cold. Yeah, he's not moving at all. Oh, you hate to see that. He laid the wood to the receiver, but he paid a price for it. He's out on the ground with his arms out. He's going to have to be carted off probably. I don't know if it was head-to-head. Let's look at it. Yeah. Yeah, it was, and he was out the minute he hit the ground. Should be targeting, honestly. Yeah, look at you can see his fingers too, and the posturing in his fingers. Yeah, it's not good. He's trying to, they need to get him rounded up. He's trying to run off. He clearly doesn't know where the hell he is. It's going to be 3rd and goal. So A&M's got 2 plays to get this thing in the end zone. Hope the best for 1. That looked pretty nasty. See if they come across the middle, try and pick on where that guy just was. Back to throw for Reed. Throws. Intercepted ball game. Intercepted ball game right there for all the Notre Dame fans. Miami don't deserve to be in. Miami's no good. Guarantee you, Notre Dame fans will be on Twitter right now saying, well, we would have beat Texas A&M by 20 points. Ball game, baby. Damn, 1's trying to celebrate. They're having to hold him back. Why do they not get 1 off the field? I don't understand that. You need to get 1 into the damn locker room immediately. And Miami's going to win it. Miami has won a playoff game before they've won their conference. And then they could care less right now, and I don't blame them. Beck will take a knee, and that'll be it. So A&M loses the last 2 games of the season. Undefeated up to that point, lose the last 2 games of their season, and they'll be going home. Miami will advance to play Ohio State in a grudge match. What was it, the 2001 national title? That's going to be a grudge match. What a ball game. So Miami will win 10-3. Do I have some meds and something to eat? I'm about to go get something to eat. I think I'm gonna go Panda. We're gonna go Panda because it's like 4 exits down. Coop is tearing up. I don't blame him. Miami, Ohio State. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I've been struggling for a minute. Anyways, hope the best for all y'all. I won't be on the rest of the day. But go Jackets, and congratulations to Miami, and absolutely screw every Notre Dame fan who has anything to say about this. Y'all have a good one.